Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Neighborhood News. It's Tuesday night, a little cold outside.
Yes. And,
winter's here.
Smells like Christmas.
Yeah, well, not that. We got to get past. Let's get past Thanksgiving,
like
right? Can we get past Thanksgiving yet?
Smells like snow to you?
We had snow the other day, remember?
Yeah, and I think we have some on the way. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's Tuesday nights, and Channel 95. We're back with one more show of Neighborhood News, and today we don't have guests, and we kind of just gonna talk a little bit. We have time. It's been a while since we've been alone. So
To argue, right?
Exactly.
Or not argue.
You know, that's the thing. I think we're gonna have the sense and nonsense. WSAI has a sense and nonsense.
Yeah.
So I think on TV now we're gonna have a sense and nonsense because we're both independent.
Yeah.
But he's more Republican than me. So
Okay. All right.
we're gonna see what this is gonna lead.
But if someone's a little bit more conservative on some things, doesn't mean that they're nonsense. They're probably the sense.
I'm concerned in some stuff. Yes, I'm concerned in some stuff, and
Yeah.
and some stuff. I have my questions
Yeah.
before I jump into a conclusion. So.
Okay.
But in Fall River, how's Niagara?
Doing fine. It's quiet. We don't have. We won't have a meeting on this Thursday, this November, and December. We usually take that month off due to the holidays. So with all this election stuff, we everybody's busy. I know.
I could just say, it's no meeting this month.
Yeah. No. That's what we decided to do that.
I have 3 guests to come in this month,
and see, our meeting is, and we had people call too, but we just put it off because our meeting would be the week after Thanksgiving, and that already starts that whole Christmas stuff. So we decided just to move on. January will be the best. People are going to be busy with Christmas, the holidays, this election.
Do the neighborhood do anything during the Christmas?
Oh, what do you think we're like you guys? I go to your stuff.
I know.
You know, I go to your stuff. No, but we don't.
You guys do it on the summer that you do.
Yeah, we do our summer stuff, but in the winter we don't really. We're pretty quiet.
You guys doing something for decorations like the houses and stuff.
Yeah, no, that was you guys. We did the summer one. We do that in the summer, and we're going to start that up again. We skipped it this year, but we're going to start that up again on this summer. So, but yeah, we're pretty quiet through the winter time. So.
Yeah, I mean, besides the school that we are getting closer to the end of the year, and next year is the big year that we're going to start renovation.
And I heard you're working the help over there. Poor guy's sick today, and he's really working hard for you guys at that school.
I have.
Right, Mario?
To say I have good volunteers, and you know it's been hard work at the school. Even with the doors closed, we still have things to do.
No heat in there yet?
No heat in there yet.
No wonder this kid's sick then.
Yeah, I was sick too, but for the month of December we have 3 events.
Okay.
The month of December, we're gonna participate on parade, the Christmas parade, like we do every year. We have a live band on the trailer.
On the float? Okay, cool.
On the float. This is December the 6th.
Okay.
December the 7th, it's the Sunday. We have the New York Christmas trip.
Oh man.
Which we've been doing for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people look to go and see the beautiful decorations that they put up in
New York, yeah.
in
Never
New York,
been.
especially the
never been around
Rockefeller
Christmas.
Center. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I just figure there's way too many people there.
Not really. I mean, I go New York. You know, New York, it's busy anytime. It's more like looks more busier because of the decorations. People stop more because you know in New York you don't stop. You keep going. So because of the windows and the decorations, people kind of take time to look. So sounds busier, but it's probably picks up a couple more buses, you know. But
cool.
And then on December 14, we're gonna have the second Christmas show.
Second annual show, huh?
Yes.
Good.
The second show is going to be at Morton again.
Okay, cool.
Sunday the 14th, and tickets will be We're gonna start selling very soon.
Okay.
I'm just confirming a couple of schools that didn't confirm with me yet.
Cool.
But I have the dancers that we had last year.
Good.
I have the Watson.
Kids, great. They were a hit. They were a big
Oh,
hit.
they love
Yeah.
that. They love that, and the families enjoy
Yeah.
them, watching them singing and,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
And we make affordable to everybody. So kids 10 and under, it's $1,
Wow.
and adults, so anybody over 10, it's $2.
Reasonable.
Very
Yeah.
reasonable for big family to go and spend and
Yeah.
see a 2-hour show.
And it was a good show last year. You know?
It was
Definitely worth the $2.
I mean, it was something. I think was something that we definitely were missing.
Yeah.
Was like kind of a show, because we have the beautiful parade.
Yeah.
So, and I make the show on the following week, because we have a lot of people that participate, especially the schools
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
participate on the parade.
Parade, yeah.
So they don't have to go out again on the following day. So
Yeah. Cool.
we make it the following week, and kind of people can just start to remember that, okay, 1 week is, if this week is the parade, next week is the show.
That's the other one, yeah. Cool.
And we're gonna follow the same gardens again. I'm gonna invite people to come on stage and introduce, and you were there last year, so I will invite you back again.
Cool.
To introduce the number, and I think this really makes a difference. Makes a difference for the people that's going to be presenting the numbers, because you don't have to be there the whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go there, you watch a little bit of the show, and you all set to go on stage. We put you on stage, you do your presentation, and then it's your option
Yeah.
if you want to leave, if you have somewhere to go. Or if you want to stay to watch the show, it's up to you. But so we're going to kind of follow the same procedure. I think
Cool.
worked last year.
Yep.
And
Yeah, no, it went
it's
very well.
Usually we say if it's not broke, don't fix it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If it's not broke, don't
Yeah.
fix it.
No, that's good. That's good.
I think worked last year, and we're going to use the same thing this year.
That's good.
Very good. So, what we're going to talk about today? We have elections coming. We have even it's not elections for the president, but
Yeah.
you still.
If you're in Fall River, it's almost like that, right?
Exactly. Yes. Fall River. The next 2 weeks is going to be like Washington
Yeah.
during elections.
Exactly.
You know, it's
exactly.
going to be what it's going to be the security people all over the place. Make sure the candidates are
Well,
safe.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't think it's going to be that bad. But
I think we're going to need people to be safe.
Yeah.
Not the candidates.
I know, huh? But hey, you know, I heard this at lunch today. Was listening to the radio in the afternoon, and you know, we hear this talk about Amazon coming to Fall River, and I think a lot of folks, we hear that things are coming, and a lot of times they don't happen. So it's really easy to you know, not believe it's going to happen, but I believe this is going to happen. And you know, I know there's been talk as to, you know, we're giving this incentive, that incentive, this incentive, and you know, we're in a really competitive world right now. A state, the country, the world, we're competing with, you know, basically the whole world, like I was just saying. So you have to give companies incentives to come here.
Yep.
And right now that land is not doing anything, it's just sitting there. So, you know, the way the incentive, I guess, is written is that they're going to get a certain write-off with their taxes. You know, they'll pay nothing on the building with the improvements. And they won't pay anything for, I think, the first 4 years. And then it goes down, it's like 50, 75 till, I think, like 2032. But I think what's really important to keep in mind is that they're still going to pay property tax on the value of the land. And I think they said it's, what, around 60 acres?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's probably close to $1 million right there. They're going to pay the water fee, the CSO fee, which is not going to be cheap for them. So just looking at those two things right there, that's bringing in probably $1 million, I would gather, close to that. That's $1 million we don't have right now. And not to mention the jobs that it's bringing in, and 1,000 jobs, they're not going to be all Fall River people. And I'm one that we want Fall River people to work there, but I can honestly say that I've never really worked in Fall River. So, a lot of people in this city commute out to Providence, Boston, Newport, New Bedford. So private companies, that's how it works. You kind of move out. But what I think, say even if half the people live in Fall River and the other half live in the surrounding communities, those are people coming into the community now buying gas, getting lunch, going to our convenience stores, might even go to the grocery stores. So that's something that right there is going to create some kind of economic development. And even if none of the jobs went to people from Fall River, we would still get that increase, and who knows, maybe they'll move into Fall River. There were many times when I commuted to Providence for like 14 years and then Boston for 10. I don't know how many times I wanted to move up there because just for the convenience of being closer. But I had too many ties, so it's not easy to do that. But you younger people that are just renting apartments in these other areas, that'll bring that in. And this is going to be people that are working, making $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 a year, and it's a way for people to move up. Work hard and you move up, and that's really what this city was made on, and basically the country was made up of. So I honestly, I think it's a no-lose situation.
Yeah, and my opinion on this is whoever is against the incentives, I think they're trying to, they're grabbing into the wrong thing to pass on a message.
Yeah.
And the message that they're trying to pass on was, this was done over the eye of the mayor, and I don't want this to happen because I don't trust this mayor.
Yeah.
The mayor, even if he gets another term, even if he gets another full term, it's another 2 years. This company is going to be here for how many mayors to come?
Yeah.
So why are we going to be punished people just because a good thing is that's about to happen under what they call a bad mayor?
Yeah.
One thing don't have anything to do with the other, and I think that's where they grabbing into being not in favor of the incentives. But I have to say this: everywhere you go, because business have so many competition, they try to grab your business.
Oh yeah.
The way
absolutely.
You go to this place to buy a coffee, they give you a coffee. Tomorrow you find out that place gives you a donut.
Yeah.
When you buy a coffee, give you a donut.
Yeah.
Where you gonna go?
Yeah. No,
You're gonna make your dollar worth it, right?
Yep,
So
exactly.
you go to a car wash.
Yeah.
They give you a card. If you do 10 car washes, you got one free. So every business are trying to grab your business.
Yep. Absolutely.
And they are giving incentives.
Yep.
We're talking about $1, $1.50, a coffee, $1.50. This incentive is just enough for the size of this company.
Yep.
Because if this company grabs this, okay, if this company grabs this company is going to be here for long and long and long time.
Yeah.
And this is just money that we're going to just pass on to ear and to ear. We're going to count with that money to put on our budget. And that is not money that we're going to say, I don't know if it's going to come back next year.
Yeah.
That's definitely money that we're going to be counting on.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So I think that the TIF did an excellent job. I think the city council did an excellent job putting this elections aside and voting in behalf of the voters and behalf of the people. I think they did. Even a few of them would, the day of the votes, it was stated we didn't know if they want to go vote or not, because even on the day of the voting, they were on radio, questioning about.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to be questioned about.
Yeah.
You need to do it. The other towns, and that's another thing. We not just hold that money and save that money for our city. We save the money for the runs
Yeah.
areas that they're going to provide.
Yep. Yeah.
That people from Asona, they come to Fall River. They come to shop in Fall River.
Yeah.
So it's not that we lost that money. We didn't lose that money too.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So I think it was perfect. I hope so. They still thinking, oh, this is not definitely. I mean, they voted for,
Yep.
but they still having the questioning.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna fly. I don't know if it's gonna fly. Sure, it's gonna fly.
Yeah.
Because if we came this far, and we have other towns involved on this process yet.
Yeah.
They're not going to just say no to our city. They will be saying no to all this.
Yeah, they'll be saying it to the two, but I hope it's true that this does go through, because a lot of times we've been pretty much, you told something it's going to happen and it never happens, and I think that's where you get that
I
whole.
think we are too deep into the process.
Yeah.
Now, the more deeper we got into the process, the better chances we have for them to stay and not to back out.
I
So
agree.
giving these answers her way, as soon as we've been doing it, as soon as we can say yes, yes, that's what they want to hear. And the more yeses they get, the more convinced they say that's the place, that's where we're going to stay.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
If they want to go, can you imagine if the city council table?
Oh God.
Just imagine if the city council tabled this, what they will think about, and not just the company. What Freetown will say about us. We lost a big
thing. And Freetown's not in the mess that we are. Their tax rate's a lot lower than ours, and they have a steady tax base there, and they don't have the issues that Fall River has. The roads and all the infrastructure. They don't have the same issues. So for them to want it, that's a good thing. But
for you to see how people have been so negative about this is just right after Ken Faiola was on the SAR. They talk whatever he said, and they twisted. Mr. Faiola then said that there will be jobs for $35,000 a year. It will start at $35 a year. So it's like who cares if it's $5,000 difference?
But I agree. But I have to say that, right now the median income is $35,000. So it's in the middle there. So there's a lot of people that are making under that. We have 20% of this population lives on, I think, less than $21,000 or $22,000 a year.
We still have people working 40 hours a week and bringing home $200.
So that's how I look at it. If they're making 35, that's going to increase the wages. Other companies are going to have to pay that. They're not going to be able to hire somebody for $8.50 an hour. They're going to have to improve because a lot of people are going to go there, and that's how wages increase when you have more competition. But we don't have enough jobs here, and I'm saying everything everybody else has said about this. That it's supply and demand. We don't have enough jobs. We have too many people. So of course, wages are going to be depressed.
And we talked about the employed side. Now we can talk about the business that's going to have to move here to be working side by side with the facility that big. Because now they ship everything.
No, I agree. It's a win-win situation.
Fall River business, instead of going online to Amazon side to order something, they can just drive.
I don't know if I think they do delivery. I don't know if you can go pick it up there.
I don't know.
But still, it's you probably get it quicker.
Up the street. It's just up the street. So a lot of things. This is gonna grow. This is gonna be a snowball. This is going to be really a snowball. Everybody's going to be, like Quaker Fabric was a smaller size than this. And how much we got affected with the closing. of the Quaker Fabric.
Well, years ago when Quaker Fabric was in place, I was working part-time in real estate, and I sold to a few people that worked at Quaker. And they were both, husband and wife were both working, and they were making enough money that they could buy a house. So that's what we want. We want that back. And this is a start to that.
A lot of people, a lot of employees from Quaker Fabric, they had their own home where they're living, and they had homes, 3 deckers and 4 deckers that they were renting.
So,
You know, because
So you figure now, Carlos, it's like how I was saying about Quaker Fabric. If 2 people work at this place and they're making 35 grand, now the couple's making 70,000 a year. With 70,000 a year, you could buy a decent house here.
Yes.
And that's the middle class. 70 grand a year is decent, a decent wage. And that's what we want. So it's a no-win, it's a no-lose situation, I keep on saying.
I think so. I think that I think we can see the lights on the end of the tunnel, and we are moving.
Yeah.
Because for a long time we were seeing the lights, but we were not moving.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and sometimes the light was not even there.
Yeah. Well, we can agree. I think if we look at a tape from last year, that we were both saying that 2014 was going to be a wasted year. So I think we probably should have left that for a New Year's story to see how good we are at predicting things.
No, it's good that we're going into the 15 with a big push.
Yeah.
This is a big push.
Yeah.
This is a positive thing.
Absolutely.
And the year 15, it's going to be a huge year. We have the 74.
Yep.
You know, we have the 74. We have the waterfront. We have so much been working right now that people now are going to start seeing.
Yeah, seeing this. Yeah. No, and
seeing results.
Yep.
We had the Braga Bridge for 3 years, construction. When the Braga Bridge is done, it's going to be a relief for us.
Yeah.
You know, so it's so much going on. I think 2015 is going to be a great year. Whoever mayor is going to have a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Whoever city councils will have a lot of work to do, and we definitely need to work together. You know, this is, I will see just like a family member that we had a big fight.
Yeah.
The end of the day, he's still your brother.
Yeah, you gotta move on.
She's still your mother.
Yeah.
You're going to be mad for 2 weeks, but then guess what? One's going to call another, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's
right.
done.
You're right.
You know, and so that's what I think that's going on with the city right now is everybody has their own opinions, the different ideas, and but at the end of the day, I think mayor is a mayor, city council is city council, and we, the people, we need to work with everybody, and we need everybody to work with us.
I agree.
And again, going into a positive ending, not just on our show.
What is it? We're ending?
I think so.
Okay.
We have some
okay.
minutes.
All right. That's cool.
But
More than I thought, though.
I think we're going into a positive ending of the show.
Yeah.
We're going to a positive ending of the year.
Yeah.
And next year, I really see great things happening, and the city is going to move forward.
Yeah. We got to stay positive. What's the alternative?
Yes.
Right.
And I think this is what's going to bring our community together.
Yeah.
Because when the money start, you know, getting on people's pockets, and people can afford to go out and bring wives out to eat, and everybody can afford to buy a car for the son and for the daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things gonna start getting together. Right now, people are fighting. But people don't have money, and you know when you don't have money to pay your bills, your mind goes crazy.
Oh yeah. No, I agree.
I was there before.
Yeah.
I think all of us went into a time that we lose for some reason. We lose our job, and if the money's not coming in, nothing. It's good for us.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
We talk back to the family, we talk back to the wife, and you know, and believe me, a lot of divorce happen because people don't have a job.
You must have been reading my mind, because what's the #1 reason for divorce? I heard this on a TV
I
show the other
believe
day.
it's people not being working. It's it's tough.
Yeah, and money. That was the
It's
biggest. They
money.
said that is the biggest problem.
I totally agree.
you know,
I
so-
totally agree. And it's but that's going to change.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave positive.
Yeah.
This
No,
week.
and we have to. I think with anything, this will hopefully help this, but it's a beginning, and then everything will start falling into play.
Yes,
You know, because I think now over the last year, we've actually had like a gray cloud over the city.
Yes.
And and it's not, and it's very easy not to be feeling good about the place. But we got to move on, and I'm glad that this will be over come January,
Yeah.
and we can move on and proceed forward.
Yes, and with elections out of the table, people will see clear
Yep.
and focus on something, and the city will move forward. Because believe it or not, this thing that with the elections been affecting a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
Because this been taking people been taking a lot of concentration on this. People are confused. People don't know who to vote for. People hear this from this one, hear that from that one. So people are so confused, and all of that helps to have that crowd over, the city.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
with elections out of the way, Amazon coming in.
Yeah.
79, beautiful 79 for us to drive in,
Yeah.
so we don't have to look up and see the
And-
things falling apart.
And when you talk about that, I was hearing there was talk about getting a hotel in that area there, because there is a need for hotel space here. Well, look at when we have the feast in August. You can't find a hotel
Yes.
probably to the Cape or Providence. So there's a definite need for it. New Bedford has a Fairfield or a Marriott there, so
yeah,
I think we could support
we don't
it.
have one, and next week
Yeah.
I will put an idea on the table.
Okay.
Probably one of the candidates,
All right.
the next mayor, will take the idea and work on it.
Sounds
Are we
good.
good? So next week we'll be back with
Yep.
another show. Thank you, John.
Yep. Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.